So what is your name?
My name is Desha.
What's your career?
I'm currently an oral maxillofacial surgery assistant, also known as a dental assistant.
What made you join this field?
I had to try a little bit of everything first before I realized dental was my passion. So I've done CNA, medical assistant, phlebotomy. But once I started dental, I knew it was it for me.
What exactly do you do?
In my everyday routine at work, we deal with either extractions, some ortho cases if you're needing like your teeth pulled down to align with your regular teeth, for braces, gunshot victims, broken jaw cases, cancer and face cases, any trauma to the face, we deal with.
What is the craziest thing you experienced so far in your career?
So far, the craziest thing I've seen is a patient with malaria, and what that is a flesh-eating disease. So we came in with half of his jaw gone, just muscle and veins pumping.
Oh, was you traumatized?
No. I'm just so used to it. It was like a one in the, like you're not gonna see that. You're probably not gonna see it again. But yeah, it was a good experience to see and deal with it.
What school did you go to?
I went to the Dental Academy in Chicago. I'm currently taking my prerequisites at Malcolm X College to become a dental hygienist.
Rate your school.
100 out of 100. Like that's the school. I'm gonna be a dental assistant.
What was the hardest thing about school?
Managing school life and mom life, like wanting to come home and get my assignments done, but at the same time I have to tend for my home and my children, so it's kind of hard balancing.
What's the hardest thing about your career?
The hardest thing about my career is the certain cases we come across. So it could be a kid just got diagnosed with cancer, and then I go home, to my kids who are cancer free, and then it just makes me, more grateful but stressed at the same time.
What's the most stressful thing about your career?
For me, the most stressful thing about my career is dealing with certain cases with kids, as far as cancer in the face. It just makes me a little extra grateful when I go home to my kids who are cancer free, but stressful at the same time because I have to go back to work and continue the process with this parent and this child who's experiencing this unfortunate situation.
How long was you in school?
I did 2 programs. The first program was 9 months. The second program was 3 months. But you can get it done within 3 months. But I just kept going back to make myself in a higher category for high pay.
Period. What is something that you learned on the job that you didn't learn in school?
One thing they don't teach you in dental school is about the instruments. They only teach you the basic, like you learn about 10 instruments in school as far as like basic procedures, but once you're in the actual office, it's hundreds of instruments that you gotta know, and then they're not by names, most of them are by numbers, so that's a real hard thing to like catch on once you finish school and get started in the office are those instruments.
Have you thought about teaching a dental class?
Yes, I plan on, once I become a hygienist, I'm going to do that for about 10 years. I will have my bachelor's when I'm done with that, and I plan on becoming a teacher for hygiene students.
Do you feel your presence make a difference in the field, and why?
Yes, I always get complimented, especially when people see my skin color and me being a black woman. It really makes people more comfortable when I'm assisting the doctor, because it's not so many of our people in the field as it should be.
Have you been racially profiled?
Never had an instance where I was racially profiled since I've been a dental assistant.
How does it feel to be a strong black woman in your position?
It feels good. My kids always tell me how proud they are of me, and I'm like my first sibling to go to college, make fun of myself. It's just a real humbling experience.
Breaking generational curses. What makes you feel strong in your field?
How confident I am in what I do, period. Like, there's no one who can belittle me as an assistant.
Are there times where you don't feel that strong?
I've never had an incident where I didn't feel as strong. It's just, you just gotta know your doctor. Like, every doctor works differently, so once you get comfortable with the person you're working with, you'll feel more confident in what you're doing as an assistant.
What does being a strong black woman in this field mean to you?
It just means beating the odds and doing what people feel like you can't do.
If it's one thing you could change about your career, what would it be and why?
I feel like everything happens when it's supposed to, so that's not necessarily nothing that I would change in my career. The only thing I'm changing now is just becoming more steps higher than what I'm already. Yeah.
What are 5 tips you should give someone working towards being in your field?
A dental assistant. Take school seriously, because a lot of things you learn in school are going to actually be applied in the field. Never judge a person before you get to know them, because you never know what no one is going through outside of your clinic. Always be aware of what you're doing as far as like infection control, HIPAA, things like that. Anything can make you lose your license. It's not worth it. You know, that's 3. So let me think about 4. Always just be confident in what you do, period. And then another thing is make good relationships with your co-workers and your doctors. You never know when you're going to need someone for a reference, a letter, anything. Connections, there's a lot of connections in the doctor world. So make good relationships with your doctor. Never leave a bad taste in anyone's mouth. Because everyone knows each other too. Like all the doctors know each other, so it's easy for your name to get dragged through the mud in dentistry.
Would you be a mentor?
Sure, yeah. That's something I think about doing. Once I become a hygienist, definitely gonna do me like a little ebook as far as like study tips and things
You
like
should.
that.
You really should. That should be a goal for this year. I'm gonna hold you to that.
Okay.
As a healthcare worker in general, do you feel like you're taken for granted?
Yes, we definitely have a lot of situations where people are very rude to us, but you know, we're only here to help you. So.
When do you feel appreciated?
Our doctors, they let us know daily, like a lot of thank yous, and we don't know what we do without you guys. It's literally forehand dentistry. No doctor can work alone, so doctors definitely let us know a lot that we appreciate it and need it.
As far as in this field, how would you rate your mental health?
I'm good. I don't take work home at all. Like, I feel like it's never nothing too deep since I've been an assistant. So my mental health is where it's supposed to be, and I'm with a teaching hospital, so I'm learning something new every day.
Even with the gunshot wound, you don't take that home?
I feel like if I was doing it a few years prior when my brother first passed away, but now I just look at it like, you know, we saving a life. That's what I come to work for. I done build my thick skin for it. Based off everything I've been through, yeah.
So would you go back in time? Would you do this over? Nothing.
I would do it sooner.
Sooner?
For sure.
So your overall experience is a 10 out of 10?
10 out of 10. Like, I love dentistry, and I love teaching people about oral health. Your oral health goes with your physical health. And a lot of people need to know that.
Give tips on the interview.
Oh, interview, 10 out of 10.
What would you say, what advice would you give somebody interviewing for this position?
What do you mean, like
what to say, what not to say? As someone with no experience prior.
in dental?
Yep.
I would say never be afraid to. Nothing is a dumb question. That's all I have to say. You never know. Like, you might be asking something that the next person next to you don't know. So never be afraid to ask anything.
That's good. I like that answer. Okay. What's the percentage of black women in your field?
Well, currently what I'm going to school for as a dental hygienist, there's like 3.7% of black women who are hygienists, but I will be making history and bumping it up to that 4% once I graduate school.
Period.
As far as assistants, there are a lot more black women who are assistants versus hygienists.
How long is the dental hygienist program?
The program itself is 2 straight years full time. You wouldn't be, it's impossible to work doing that program. So just something to mentally prepare for, have your enough money put to the side, because the program is so like intense. It's hard to get a job while working. Like, it's gonna be impossible to work. And also another thing, when you are applying to the program, try to apply with at least A or better, because the program is so competitive to get into. Out of like 200 people applying, they will only pick 30. So just keep that in mind to go in with the good grades and pass that test.
Any studying tips?
The studying tips I have, I'm a note taker. Like, a lot of people are like more into like the iPad thing. Like, I believe in just writing it. The more and more you write it and process it through, you remember it better. So that's my studying tip, note taking. Good notes.
Flashcards?
Yes, flashcards as well. is a good thing.
How do you plan on juggling school, work, and mom life?
I just know I've done it before, so I definitely can do it again now that my children are older and I'm already in the field. I feel like I got the cheat sheet because I'm already in dentistry. So once I do start hygiene school, it's gonna literally be a breeze. And then I have my partner, he motivates me. My kids, they love what I do. So I got this. I've done it before, so I can do it again.
So your partner and your kids will keep you going?
Yes. Especially my kids, they always tell me, my mama a tooth doctor. As they should.
Period. That's so nice.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to do it and make big money while I do it.
Proud of you, because our background, you know, a lot of people not doing nothing.
Literally nothing.
It's
No
crazy.
shade. No shade.
Crazy. But to see you doing so well, I know your brother will be proud of you.
Yes, especially from where we came from and how we grew up. It's definitely doing what needs to be done. I'm proud of you.
Thank you for being a part of this video.
No problem. Thank you for having me, boss.
Tell them your code so you can use it.
Use shop shade at checkout scrubcreedy.com. You know what to do. All scrubs are $30 right now until the sale ends.
Period. Oh, rate the scrub.
Oh, the scrubs maybe 10 out of 10. The booty's doing what it needs to do. I can put things in my pocket. I can bend down. It's not too tight. I'm able to work. Nice, comfortable scrubs. Get your time.
Period. And I didn't tell her that.
Code shop shade at checkout.
Period.